Hi guys, you're watching Behind the Wheel and my name is Fahad. Today we are very excited to bring you an EV review, and that is BYD's Atto 3. BYD is not a new name in Australia and it's been getting very popular since pandemic. This because of its value for money and its availability in the market. The Atto 3 comes into two different variants, the standard one and the extended range one. The standard variant comes with a 50 kilowatt battery with a 410 kilometers of mileage range, while the extended variant comes with a 60 kilowatt hours battery, and that gives you around 480 kilometers. Both these variants come as 150 kilowatt power and 310 Newton meter torque, and they are both front wheel drives. People might say that, well, 410 or 480 kilometers is not enough. Well, ask yourself a question. When was the last time you drove more than 400 kilometers in one day? My name is Fahad, and let's start the review. Let's have a look at the exterior first. Overall, it gives you a look of a very luxury car. LED lights, and in front we've got this beautiful big BYD logo here with a matching bumper and a bit of a plasticky bottom. As we move around here, the first thing you'll notice is very shiny 18-inch alloy wheel. We've got another BYD badge over here. We've got the folding matching side mirrors with the lenses as well, since this gives you a 360 view, camera view. So one of the lenses resides under here as well. Matching handles, we've got a grey patch over here, nice lining along the body. We've got a shark fin antenna on top. We've got on the rear side an EV badge over here, LED lights, and a big Build Your Dreams, which is BYD, what it stands for, is a badge over here. And yes, the Atto 3 badge that comes on this side. Now, if you're looking for the charging port, it is on this side here, and all you need to do is unlock the car and just press it, and here is your charging port for the car. The BYD Atto 3 comes with the two charging cables. One is the usual 3-pin connector, which you can use at home with any ordinary socket in Australia, and that gives you around 1.3 kilowatt hour charging, so it might just take around 30 hours to charge all of your battery. One of the most common questions that people ask about EVs is what to look for in an EV before buying it. Well, there could be many things that you should look into before buying an EV, but to me, the most important thing is that you should look into the battery capacity before buying an EV. Now, batteries, they come in the units of kilowatt hours, like 50, 60, 70, 80 kilowatt hours battery. And every battery would also give you a particular range of kilometers that you can drive with a fully charged battery. Like Atto 3 standard range has 50 kilowatt hours of battery and it can give you 410 kilometers. So you should always keep an eye on the range you get from an EV and make sure that it's enough for you for your daily commute. Say if you are a daily commuter within the city and you move to and from work, then you should know that how much is your total range. And the second most important thing is that you should also locate your nearest charging station from your home, as well as all the charging stations along your daily commute route. In case you have a low battery, you should be aware of what's the nearest charging station where you can take it and get it recharged. Now, charging stations, they are of different configurations. Some are slow chargers, some are fast chargers. The fast DC chargers can take up to 40 to 45 minutes to charge your car to 100% battery capacity, and the slow chargers can take up to 1.5 hours or maybe up to 2 hours, depending upon their charging configuration and your battery capacity. All right, let's have a look at the interior of this beauty. Okay, we've got this driving seat which is got 6-way adjustable electronic buttons, so we can go forwards, backwards, upwards, downwards, and the backrest adjustment can go backwards and lean forward. Let's have a look at the rest of the interior before we go. The door is very classy. We have a very different door lever here which opens by pressing it clockwise. We also have a speaker over here, a very unconventional door handle, and we have all these lock and unlock functions and the window buttons, the very conventional ones on the driver door. Also, we have a speaker at the bottom and these 3 strings. I don't know what's the purpose, why BYD built these strings. To me, they just sound to be. All right, let's have a look at the rest of the interior.
What kind of place are you looking for?
Okay. As soon as you come inside this car, you feel the luxury everywhere. This beige or white and gray leather trim everywhere is looking really nice and really luxurious. The main lever, which is for the drive, neutral, and reverse function, it looks very much like a helicopter lever. We've got main functions buttoned over here. We've got volume control. We've got the rest of the controls for parking, as well as the push button to start and stop the car. We've got 12.8 inches of infotainment screen, and we've got a 5.5-inch small instrument cluster screen which resides just in front of you, just next to the steering handle. And we've got all the main controls for your voice, cruise control, and your telephony are all mounted on this steering wheel, which is pretty handy for a drive of these days. The dashboard is also continuation of the same color scheme, which is white and gray trim, and it's laid out in a very unconventional way. Everything here is pretty soft and nice. It's not plasticky. It's pretty nice feel. Even on this side, it's pretty nice. Sun visor and a mirror over here as well. We've got 2 lights over here, the rear view mirror, and the air con vents here, which are also very unconventional and very much an aeroplane or a helicopterish look like. This space over here is meant for the wireless phone charging. If you just place your phone over here, it wirelessly charges your phone, but somehow your Apple CarPlay only works as a wired function, but Android Auto in this car works wirelessly. We have over here, if I take out my keys, I can show you there are like 2 cup holders which are very nice and fancy, and over here we have a very sturdy, very solid console box and armrest, and got heaps of storage inside. We've got a glove box over here, which is good to have some storage for your documents and small items. And we have got 2 USB ports lined over here under the lever. One is USB-A and other is USB-C. And we also have two USB ports lined at the back at the rear, which is next to the air con vent. Alright, now let's have a look at the main infotainment screen, which is 12.8 inches of touch screen. It can be used as horizontal or vertical. Some people like it horizontal, some like it vertical. So here is the bottom controls over here where we can choose this rotation icon and it will turn it into a vertical screen. Or if you like it horizontal like me, keep it horizontal. It's up to the driver. And then we've got heaps of options in here. It's loaded with features and the apps that you require or that you love. Now this is what the home screen looks like. You've got your time on top, you've got all the main necessary information here, and you've got the three main functions over here, which is your navigation, your Spotify app, and apps. It's got a built-in sat nav we can use to navigate anywhere. It's got its own built-in maps which can be upgraded every 2 to 3 years, so that is a good handy function. Or if you're using Apple CarPlay, you can use the Apple Maps as well. Spotify, of course, you would need your own membership to log in here, provided you have a 4G or a Wi-Fi connection or a 5G connection. The main aircon controls over here, and as you can see, all the aircon controls are listed on top. Whether or not we want recycling or we want fresh air, we can choose from defrost mode to an autumn mode. We can just keep it fan only. Using these two arrows, we can set the temperature. So very handy. Now coming back to the home screen, as you scroll to the left, you get to see all your apps that you like. You've got your Apple CarPlay app over here. We've got the BYD Assistant over here, which is this one. And we've got Spotify app. The navigation app is also showing up over here. We've got the music app that we can use to play music if you're connected with the Bluetooth. We also have a driving recorder, which is a very handy function built in. Now this car has 128 gigs of storage, and while you're driving, you can choose this function to record all your route. It records the speed limits, it records your driving speed, and using the front camera, it records the whole footage of your route. A good function which is now built in. It was previously installed by third parties in the cars, but now this is built in. And then we have settings here. There's heaps of options and heaps of bells and whistles included in this settings function, which I don't want to go into detail. So overall, a very nice, very responsive touch screen, and it's got all the bells and whistles you need. Alright, moving downwards, we've got the aircon vents and we've got the charging pad over here where you just need to put your phone for wireless charging and it starts charging it wirelessly. We've got the drive and reverse main lever over here. We've got the start stop function button over here, which is placed behind the lever. And then we've got heaps of button over here which are used to do all the major controls and functions. For example, we've got this rolling button over here which is used to control the volume, and we've got this mode button over here which is used to change the mode of the car, which goes from eco, sports, normal, etc. Then we've got this headlights standard or high function over here. We've got the parking brake function over here. We've got the auto parking brake. For most important functions, they are all placed in the form of hard buttons. Alright, so let's have a closer look at the instrument cluster screen. This is an EV, we don't have RPMs, we don't have an engine. All we need is to look at the speed and other main important KPIs or indicators. As you have a closer look at the screen, it gives you almost everything you need. For example, in the center you see you get your speed, which is showing now as 0 kilometers per hour. And as we go to the bottom right, we see this is showing us the total range. The 79% battery left with 379 more kilometers to go. On top right, you see it gives us the temperature outside. Also, we have this 50 kilometers max speed limit over here on this road, and it's showing us the total odometer reading or the total mileage on this car is 5,324 kilometers. It's being parked right now, showing at the bottom P in a sports mode, and showing the time in the top left corner, as well as showing it's utilizing 1 kilowatt of battery now as we are running the aircon. So this screen, of course, it is a small 5.5-inch screen, which seems slightly smaller compared to the main infotainment screen, but it gives you almost everything you need in a very good summarized way. Okay, let's see how this thing drives. There we go. It's actually pretty responsive. Since it's an EV, of course, there's no engine sound, but as soon as you try to pull out, there's a bit of a noise coming from the motor, which might annoy some people. Handling is nice and smooth, and it accelerates pretty well, unlike a normal turbo engine which accelerates after moving up to a speed of 50 or 60k. It constantly goes up, which is pretty good. As being an EV, it's supposed to give you a constant acceleration. This small instrument cluster screen, which is around 5.5 inch only, the first time I had a look at it, I was like feeling as if it's too small. But the good thing about it is that it's got all the information you need. This car comes with voice commands. Some of the things, of course, it won't understand, it may not obey. But let's try with the basics. Hi BYD. Increase the aircon fan speed.
Got it. Increasing the temperature by 1 degrees.
No, it didn't understand me. Let's try once again. Hi BYD. Increase the fan speed to 5.
Alright, fan speed is now set to 5.
Hi BYD. Change the temperature to 21.
Alright, the temperature is set to 21 degrees.
Hi BYD. Open the sunroof. There you go. Close the sunroof. There you go. Hi BYD. Close the sunroof shade.
Okay, close the blind.
That's pretty good. Now let's try one more. Hi BYD. Open the driver window to half. Wow, that's nice. Hi BYD. Close the driver window. Well, these voice commands are pretty handy and helpful while you're driving and you're busy looking in front of you on the road. They have added some artificial intelligence in this car. We've got the blind spot indicators on either side. Okay, now we're driving at a 70 kilometers per hour road. Drive is pretty smooth and the seat is pretty comfy. This armrest is pretty nice. The seat cradles you very well. The grip of the steering wheel is pretty nice. And as I said, it accelerates really well from the very beginning to the max. It is accelerating almost at the same rate, which is good. Okay, the manufacturer states that the car goes from 0 to 100 in about 7.3 seconds. So now we're moving on the highway. It's 100 kilometers per hour. And the car runs like a dream. Very nice and smooth. Good for Australian roads. We've got a few bumps on the way. It's doing well. Very constant acceleration that we receive from 0 to 100. And the overall ride quality, the ride comfort is pretty good. Another annoying thing over here that is the rear view, which is through the rear mirror. When you look back, the back screen is giving us a pretty narrow view in between the two car seats, who's got the headrest so high that you get a very narrow view. I think this headrest should have been slightly lower or adjusted or cut in a way that you get a broader view, because this is an SUV. Let's go back to the suburban roads.
Road.
Okay, we've been driving in normal mode so far,
Kilometers on Mains Road.
and we tested the navigation. Sat nav is doing well. Let's just put it to sports mode. There you go. Whoa. Let's stop and start again and see how responsive is the sports mode. So we are stopping on a light. Let's wait for the green light. It's pretty much summers right now these days. It's end of August and it just feels like a normal summer day. 27 degrees out on the roads in Brisbane. Fully sunny and bright day. And then you see another BYD going on the roads. You get to see a lot of these days on the roads just because of its price and popularity and the feedback. So there we go. We can start from 0 and we'll see how the sports mode behaves. Whoa, that was quick.
You are over the speed limit.
Yes, I know. I just went slightly above the speed limit. I'm coming down, but that was really quick. That was really responsive in sports mode. I liked it. Pretty good. Now, how to use this home charging kit using the home socket. Just unlock your car, press the lever here, the lid opens, and this end, which is for the charging port, that will go in like this. In the other end, which is a normal 3-pin plug that goes into any normal 3-pin socket, would start charging. And we can see that the car is now on charge. All right, let's have a look at the boot space. Now, boot can be opened in a couple of ways. Either you can open it from inside the car, or there's a direct button over here that you can press to open it. Okay, the boot has around 440 liters of capacity here, but if we fold the rear seats forward, we can get a 40-60 split of having 1440 liters of boot space, which is heaps of space, especially if you're carrying some furniture or you're carrying around some huge items. Let's have a look if we can fit in some suitcases here. So I'll grab a medium-sized suitcase and try to fit in. Let's see how it goes. Yep, it's fair enough. We can fit it. Oops, it seems like there's only one medium-sized suitcase that we can fit in, and maybe there's a room for a small size. Let's see if this one can be fit in. Nope. So here's how it is. We can only put either a medium size or a large size single suitcase in this boot if we have the rear seats in use. Otherwise, we have to fold the rear seats. Not a lot of space in terms of luggage, but it's a small size entry-level SUV. All right, that's about the boot space. Now let's see what's underneath the boot. Over here, if we lift this cover, we've got heaps of storage over here, and we can see there are like a couple of chargers. Now, Atto 3 comes with 2 chargers. One is this one, which you can use from your normal home 3-pin plug, a lifeline for you if you don't have any charging setup. And then there is this commercial charging cable here, which you can use to go and charge your car commercially at different charging points. Now there is a set of other tools, like there is a tire repairing kit and some other tools over here as well, and some more storage for your tools as well. There is a nice BYD carrying bag for the tools as well. So nice set of accessories here, but unfortunately the boot space is not enough. We've got one more pocket over here, which is handy sometimes to be used for small items that we can put in. Okay, let's go inside and see the rear seat from here. Okay, so we have a nice comfy seat over here, heaps of leg room as I can stretch my legs. This is the normal position of the driving seat. A bit of a headroom over here as well, though it's pretty close to the ceiling. We've got nice headrest, and we've got armrests over here as well with 2 cup holders. We have 2 pockets in each seat, which are good to hold your phone or your documents, and there's one main pocket over here, which is pretty nice. Same over here on this passenger seat. Over here we've got the aircon vents, and we've got a BYD design logo over here.
And underneath you can see there are two USB charging ports. One is the USB-C and USB-A port. It's pretty handy to charge all your mobile phones and your tablets while you're on the go. Nice back seat with some good legroom, headroom, and a holding handle over here. We have a similar door opening lever, which is pretty unconventional, and a speaker lined over here as well. And we have a light next to the holding handle over here as well. Overall, it feels pretty nice and luxurious. BYD Atto 3 comes loaded with features which are a need of today, like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, panoramic sunroof, 363-degree view camera, camera recorder, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, tire pressure monitoring system, and many others. And that is one of the reasons that it offers such a good value for money. It's becoming more and more popular on the roads these days. Please subscribe to the channel and also give comments. If you like this video, please like it and support the channel so that I can bring you more reviews very soon. This is Fahad signing off till I bring you a new review